please look at this site?
See if we can figure out something.
Hi guys, I wasn't sure if that worked because I was disconnecting my earphones from Recovery Addict to connect it on here, and I think I got stuck in the manual portal. Okay, so let's go up. First of all, Lilith, welcome. You haven't been here before. Debbie, welcome. You haven't been here before. I saw someone else say first timer. Where was the first timer? Jen Devka. Was it Devcha? Welcome. Okay. Then to the people who are the OG Max, Steve, Chini, Evie, Bug. I miss someone. Angie. I think Paula Mac will be here any minute. Mel will be here any minute. Raymondo. Oh, Paula Mac's already here. I am from Cape Town, South Africa. Jen, is it Devka or Devcha? You said I got it, but I don't know which one now. I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to turn the heater on, and I'm hoping you can't hear it. Apparently you couldn't hear it last time. But I'm going to freeze to freaking death if I don't. It is winter here. Devka. Okay. Hey, True Crime Kitty. So before we get started, this is exciting. Steve, the first ever mod and a real OG macaroni, if you want to call him that, was chatting on Judge Fleischer's live and caught that he was talking about my message from the day before, where I said I'm watching from Cape Town, South Africa. And then he also basically got Judge Fleischer, who, by the way, if you're new here, he is, I think he's at the top of my favorite judges right now, which reminds me, I need to hit the thing on Judge Simpson. Tish, I haven't seen you in so long. And so he basically agreed to doing a YouTube interview, which is crazy. I just want to do this thing quick. I'm getting more and more advanced with my Judge Simpson deleting his stream workarounds, but sometimes it does make it a bit tricky to do multiple things at once. Okay. I mean, I know about Oscar Pistorius, and we were originally watching his trial, but then we got distracted. Yeah, Debbie, South Africa is a great place. Hey, the throne is mine. Hey, Tom. Wow, lots of people joining. I can close Judge Simpson now. Yes, so Steve got Judge Fleischer to agree to have a YouTube interview with me. So now I need to figure out how to make that work. I also do want to say, since there are a lot of new people here, I am, like, my literal job is journalism. So I have to disclose, essentially, I don't know if it's the same in the US, but here I have to disclose that I'm media and all of that. And sometimes people don't want to talk to the media without a spokesperson. There can be a lot of different things that come up. He might agree to an interview, but recorded, or like parts of it off the record, parts on the record. If it can happen, I will make it happen. I promise you that. I haven't interviewed someone in a long time. In fact, the last time I interviewed someone was March and I hadn't done it in ages since then. Is it? I need to get how to say your name right. Is it Devents? If you can spell it phonetically, I'm sure I'll get it. Part of my day job when I was still in like traditional media was reading news, and there is a language here called Xhosa, and I had to read those names live. So I'm pretty good at getting the names, but sometimes I just need to see it phonetically. Thanks, Lilith. Sometimes it's the coordinating of these types of things that is the most difficult. It can really be like a journalist's worst nightmare trying to set up an interview because, oh, I got it right, yay! Because time coordination, and then sometimes they want you to send the things ahead, the questions ahead of time. Sometimes they need to change it. I highly doubt I can interview Charlize Theron. I think also here her name would be Charlize Theron. I think that she does paid interviews. Nice to have you. Thanks, Debbie. I am a Disney adult. I'm so proud of being a Disney adult. I also saw someone say they like my setup. Thank you. It is actually a work in order, though. Work in order, work in progress. I just painted that wall black. In fact, you would have seen in the intro what it looked like. And so nothing has been hung up yet. My end goal is to mural that. I'm Polish. If you can read our names, you can read everything. I've had to read a lot of Polish to do with, obviously, the U and R situation back then. And then also a fair amount of sports. I have done sports reporting as well. I'm not a sports person. Anyway, let's watch our favorite judge. Also, is it Lilith like Lilith in the Bible? Do you turn off the on-air light when you end the stream? I do. I really do. Mostly because it's got a heated blanket plugged into it. So if we see it on, we know that the blanket's on.
I've got Miss Augustine, last name Augustine, first name Abilene.
Okay.
Well, this is another one that I think we reset to today.
Oh, so jealous.
And she, Your Honor,
This one's
won.
for a GED, right?
Yes. And the state has made an offer, so we're discussing that with her. And
What offer have you got?
basically deferred, Judge.
Okay.
And so we'll see.
Has she done anything to get a GED?
So we've been in contact with her professor. The class that she was going to enroll in is booked until I think the re-enrollment is middle of next month. So she's she cannot start right now, but she's made efforts to get into the next enrollment session.
Have you gone through the MAC to see? Because they have social workers.
I have not, Judge, because last time when I appeared a week before my vacation, I did not know that was a condition. So I'm barely back today. So and my staff has been in contact with the professor who said she's going to enroll. So if that falls through, I'll go to the MAC. But it sounds like she's got a good lead on getting back into class. It's just class is full.
I'm not going to take anything in this case until she starts doing GED classes and starts getting her GED.
Right, Judge.
I will not take anything.
Okay, but
So-
I think we independently verified that the class is currently full and she's in line to get the next, be in the next session. So
Here's the deal. They also, through the MAC, have workers that will get them classes, help them get into it. And
Sorry to pause so soon. Evie, I was busy trying to type this thing, but I can't actually remember the name of the film, and maybe somebody else can. It is a Disney movie, I think, with a robot that is essentially like like kids in TikTok, and the robot is a little wonky and a bit naughty, and they don't fit in. And it's got a little boy with brown hair. I can see it in my head. I just can't get to the name if anyone knows. I am so jealous of all of you going to Disney so easily. For me, I've only been to Paris. I mean, not only, like, I don't want to say only, like, only, but Transformers. No, it's not Transformers. It's not Transformers. Okay, put your thinking caps on, and let's listen to this. Apparently, the judge said in his stream that this was a wild day. So I'm looking forward to what's to come. I'm sorry, it's 21:03 here. I've been working all day.
They pay as well, don't they? Yeah.
No, Judge, my client just did, they gave her a cheap service, $150, and it's a full G. And she was able to pay.
I'll definitely look into that. I'll email them out today and see if that's a better option.
Please, because I think that, that for that price, which is pretty cheap, gets them into the entire program. So they end up with it for $150, they end up with their GED, which is just super cheap.
I'll definitely look at that option, but she is also trying to comply with that condition, Judge. So she's on top of it.
Okay, so by the next time, I want to see if she's not done, because I'll set you off for 30 days. If she's not in that, then this is the route that we're going to take.
Sounds good,
Because
Judge.
now 2 months have passed without her doing nothing, just, and
Right.
unacceptable. So
Well, I mean, she was contacting a professor. I just don't know the details of.
it's okay. It's all right. So, and I get sometimes it takes a bit of time and I'm okay waiting for it, but I want to make sure that it actually happens.
Got it, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure. You say, John, that she knows the professor? Is that what the deal is?
Yes, Judge. Yeah.
How do they know each other?
I'm not sure, but she had already had a contact and my staff has been following up with him to verify what she told us. And they said, yeah, I'm trying to get a letter from him to show the court, but
30 days, it will open up a position for her?
that's what my understanding, and I'll double check with her.
Got it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sure, thank you. I'm documenting everything, that's why.
Hey, Judge, I'm approaching on Cecilia Samarov.
Is she here?
Judge, I just got a text from her.
She's supposed to be here. She's not here, and there's a bond violation. I'm issuing a warrant. That's it.
That's right.
Okay,
But
what else you got?
I'm gonna tell her to be in court tomorrow.
Can, whatever, but she's got bond violations. I'm not happy with her. Okay, thanks. Sure.
I just sent you an email regarding Salvador.
Hold on, Connor, hold on. Hey, what's your email?
CONN FLAN 94.
On flag 94?
Yeah.
I'm forwarding this to you.
Got it.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks. Thank you, Tracy. All right. Tim,
Good morning, Your Honor.
good morning, sir.
How you doing this morning, Judge?
Sorry to keep you waiting. You know, we have a lot of people that try to get into the Zoom, and when we don't know who it is. Okay,
I have no problem. Plus, I got a very easy one, Judge, maybe a half a minute.
Jeff, talk to me.
Yeah, I've got our own Vergara Quiros, case number 2508982. 2508982. It's a motion to retrieve, unopposed motion to retrieve property. We okayed it with the DA's office. The case was dismissed for lack of probable cause by you. And I'm trying to get the the firearm back. And basically that's all I need. I filed a motion. I have an order before
I
you.
see it.
there.
Okay, do you see it?
I'm familiar with the case.
He
Your Honor,
filed, so I asked him to get proof of purchase and
Yes.
it's uploaded in the system and I
filed
see it.
it, Your Honor, we
I
sent
see it. Okay, I'll grant it for you, Tim.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate your time this morning.
You got it.
You have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.
Do you need the class number? Are you ready? Yes. 2508-982. It's a motion to restore. You can put it in the queue.
Edible.
Okay, we got you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. Eric. Okay.
Last name Quick.
Shot me in my pinky toe. All right, tell me about Miss Quick.
She has provided me with some information that she's got in contact regarding getting a GED.
You've seen it?
She's gotten
What do you
employment.
think? When?
Gainfully employed as of last week
Great.
in a place in Galveston to get money.
Okay.
So she's talked to a couple of people at Fall High School regarding the GED program.
Okay. Has she enrolled in anything or?
She's not due to the money. She's just started a job. She has to save up.
So where is she? Come up, Miss Quick. Come up. You know, the MAC has a program where they can help with getting a GED and it's a pretty low cost. What kind of fee did you get? Did they quote you for doing that?
This one was $24 online, but I didn't have a way to pay for it, so I got a job.
Is that per class or how does that work?
No, it's for the whole program.
$24
For the monthly I pay.
to get your GED?
Yes, sir.
$24 a month? And how long is it for?
Lifetime, or I could pay $180 for lifetime,
It's 90 lessons.
90 lessons.
So however long it takes you to do 90.
We have a program with the public defender's office where for $150, you can get your GED and it's a complete cost of the program. So I don't know how much that would be versus this one here. I mean, we'd have to somehow calculate to see how expensive it would be. I would imagine you'd want to do the cheaper one. It's not going to be just $20. It's going to be that's probably going to be a recurring fee that you have to pay. So find out how long it's going to take you to get it. If it's going to be more than $150, I would probably try to do it with the social services that we have here with the public defender's office, because they also help you with the classes as well. So do you have a job now or no?
Yes.
Where are you working?
I work at a convention.
Great. And are you working full-time or part-time?
I work full-time.
That's wonderful. Good job. So why don't we do a 30-day reset? Okay. I want to know more about the classes. You have to get your high school diploma at a minimum,
Yes.
right? So if you are signed up by now and then, continue it that way. If you've not signed up, I'd like to pursue the other way so we can do it with the public defender's office,
Yes, sir.
right? And then just keep us in the loop and make us proud. We want you to get your D. It's really, really important. Okay. Okay. All right. So just go ahead, take a seat, and we'll set you off for 30 days. And good job getting the job.
And then I have in your jury box, last name, Perez. Simpson.
Is this a new one?
No, it's a long.
Oh, right. Okay. This one I have a problem. Come up, Ms. Perez. Where have you been for 417 days?
The second time, the first time we listed my case, the second time being the lawyer, which I don't know if it was him. And then he told me not to show up.
You have to remain in contact with them. This isn't just you have court one time and you fail to show up. There are consequences. You were charged with a criminal offense.
I didn't know I was supposed to say not to show up because I live in Dallas.
But you have to remain in contact with them. And when you don't have contact with them, we issue warnings, man. Pavel, it looks like you had a class and dismiss offer in this case.
Yes, I'm already.
All you have to do was a driver safety course and they would dismiss this case against you, man. If you are interested in that to get this case dismissed, you can do that, but I'm giving you only a week to get it done. If you fail to do it, I will set your case for trial. No more offers in this case. Is this what you want to do? Your other option is you can just end up pleading guilty to this case. However, it'll go on your record. It'll be there forever. What do you want to do, man?
I will take class.
You have a week. If you do not have it done in a week, you get set for trial and I will not take any offers from you, man. Do you understand? Okay. Henderson. Hey, bud. Thank you for coming.
No problem. No, Mr. Bob.
Mr. Bob.
Bob, yes, sir.
Mr. Bob.
Yes, yes. He was a bond forfeiture judge. The state has a standing offer of time served today, but I would like a short reset so I can get to refamiliarize myself with the case. Feels like it's been going a while, so I need to look over it.
The case is nearly 400 days. I'm okay. I can give you a week if you want it, but in a week, he's got to come back and just be ready to do something, you know?
I may have to do it the week after next, because next week I'm swamped with case.
Tell me what day you want.
Maybe 16th or 15th.
I will give you the 16th.
Okay, appreciate it.
That's it.
Okay.
Mr. Bob, come up. Are you here with that person in the red? You came with her?
Yes,
Okay. Mr. Bob, your case is nearly 400 days old. It's time for you to make a decision.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Henderson is here now. I'm giving you until the 16th to figure out what you want to do. You must either accept a plea bargain from the state. If not, your case will be set for trial and I will not take any more offers after that day.
Yes, sir.
That is a final plea deadline date. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, just go ahead, take a seat. We'll have you sign a receipt. We'll get you out of here, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Mr. Henderson.
360, 300, wait. 364 more subscribers, and then
Keep
I
going.
hit.
Good morning, Your Honor. I've talked to the, my office about the case and got him straight, and we're gonna stay on the case. And, we probably end up withdrawing off the shovel, but we're gonna stay on the misdemeanor case.
Sure.
Yeah, positive.
Um,
And
what's the last name again?
Johnson, yeah, Johnson.
That's right, Johnson.
Okay. And also your problem child back there that was making all the noise, got him calm down. Explain to him, hey man, you're not gonna litigate this case today.
I don't know what's going on with him, really.
And he's not totally unreasonable. he's thinking the handcuffs are on too tight. I said, well, if you calm down and talk to them like gentlemen, they'll say, hey, man, they are too tight, and
Yeah.
release them.
Well, we're gonna hopefully hear and
I gave my name in case he wants to hire a lawyer. I said, hey, man, you're not gonna litigate this case. Now, you do have a defense, but you need a lawyer. And
we've already someone in.
yeah, I figured that. I figured it out. And I said, that's what I told him. So I said, man, just calm down. You're not gonna win the fight. That's what I had to tell him. So have a good day, Your Honor.
I guess just get whatever date you want. Doesn't
Okay.
matter to me for Mr. Johnson, and then I'll do the bail order now.
Thank you.
Sure, thank you.
This is me, guys.
Our membership figures stood at 700, listen properly, 769,820 and 70 members, down from 100.2 million in 2012.
I think my parents need a refund.
Vote down.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Castaneda?
Quick, come on up.
Ways. What? Hey, Greg. What's up, buddy? Come on.
I have a fugitive, Fawcett, F-A-U-C-E-T-E. She had signed the waiver, but now she's saying she wants a bond. So.
What's the last name?
Fawcett, F-A-U-C-E-T-E.
This lawyer always has
I don't know
problems
how to
lying.
pronounce the first name.
I
So,
think that sounds right, Fawcett. Great.
so she had waived on 6/28, reset would have been 7/15. Now she's saying she wants a bond. She claims it's a robbery out of Florida.
Val.
Well, Amy's here. Amy.
I apologize.
Sure thing. Take your time.
You want to run another court, come back? Well,
I don't know. I mean, I don't know how.
I don't know how long. You need her brought out, or do you want to hear it first?
No, we need to bring her out so she can hear us, so we can. Ms. Garza, on Johnson,
Counsel for recess?
we did the bond reduction. Was he in a CPS, was the complaining witness in a CPS office, or where was she when he came in and threatened her? And then did he threaten to kill her too? Is that what happened?
No, he just said I didn't get you.
Okay. But where were they again?
Mr. Bob.
Sign and judge. Harris County Assessor's Office.
I'll come back. Wait on day. I was gonna reset something, Nate, Judge, I'll be right back.
Sure thing.
Or actually, Your Honor, it says the DMV. It says both the Harris County Assessor's Office at 5300 Griggs Road, and then also says the complainant was sitting in the DMV office. So maybe they should, their office is looked up.
That's right. So that's also, that's a justice of the peace, and it also, it's a simultaneous, is it, Bernie's there, I think.
Justice of the Peace and the assessor.
Yeah.
All right.
What do you do for a living, sir?
Right now, it's at a business. It's like door to door picking up trash.
Do you work for a company, by yourself? Who do you work for?
It's called valid living.
How much money do you make a month? I don't believe that. In an entire month? Come on.
Yes, sir. It's every 2 weeks we get paid. It's like $300.
Where do you live?
$1 an hour.
Where do you, okay, if you're making $14 an hour, then that means you're barely working. How much hours are you putting in a week?
It's like from 8 to 11 every night, Monday through Sunday through Thursday.
So you work 3 hours a day? Why?
And that's the only thing that I have right at the moment. I'm working on finding another job. I had another job, but I was working at Republic, but they something happened with the budget and they cut everybody.
So where do you live now?
With my mom right now.
Car?
Yes, sir.
What car you got?
A Buick LaCrosse. A Buick LaCrosse.
Do you pay rent?
Not at the moment. I mean, I help out. I give her what I can give her, but not much.
Deputy, you might give me an application, please. I'm gonna give you an application. I need to know everything about you and I'll take a look at it.
Do you guys want to see a sobriety court graduation? No pressure. I just thought I'd bring it up because I see there's balloons on the lectern thing, and I am recording it, so we can watch it another time. Just wanted to see if you want to hop over.
Yes. Okay, girl, let's come on up.
I didn't know. I need a drug test.
Negative.
For what? Everything. He knows we got no alcohol, scram, GPS, curfew. Don't muck it up.
Where do I go?
No.
Graham?
I haven't done with it, she said wait till we get it.
Okay, so, right, so on one ankle, we get a scram ankle monitor, so so we know he's not drinking. On the other one, a GPS monitor and curfew, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. No dope, no weapons, no driving, and no knuckleheadedness. Do you understand? Yeah.
Judge, we do have another CHA that was here earlier.
Okay, give me, let me see. Mr. Horn.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Shatori, you ready? You back?
Yes.
Okay, come up, sir. I'm glad that the test was negative. That's great. They've told me now that you've enrolled into the intensive outpatient treatment, correct? How often are you going?
3 times a week. I have 4 classes.
Great. When did you sign up for that?
May 28th or 20. It was May.
Yeah, I believe it was late last month, Your Honor.
Say that again?
Late last month, Your Honor.
My completion date is July 7th next month.
Of next month.
Verification I have says May 16th. May 16th is the verification.
So you said it ends July 7th? That's in a week.
I've done 14. I have 3 this week, and then Monday will be the last one.
Wonderful. Okay, so let's set it then for 7th is a Sunday. You go,
I'm sorry. Well, we go on Sunday, so.
why don't we do this? Why don't we set this for the 10th, just to make sure that we get all the paperwork? If you are able to make all those classes and you don't miss, right? And they're ready to file the dismissal, I'll waive your appearance. So you don't have to come here. If you do not make those classes, you got to be here though, and it's not going to go well. But just look, you're at the tail end. All you do is make those 4 classes, then this thing gets dismissed. So you're nearly there. Okay. So why don't we set it for the 10th just to make sure that he gets everything done, and then, all right, good luck.
That sounds good.
You're doing good. Okay. Mr. Horn, we'll set it for the 10th, and I'm going to waive his appearance, assuming he does it. Okay.
Absolutely, Your Honor, and I'll check in early next week.
Yeah. Yeah. All he has is
Thank
4
you very
classes.
much.
Okay. Thanks, Mr. Horn.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Ready?
Oh, yeah, it's here. You want to?
Wait, do I know you? Huh? Who are you?
Should be out now that they're here.
Okay, we're getting it.
We sure are. Becoming the country that's top.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's all I'm gonna argue, just that one. Everything else is juvenile history. It's serious juvenile history.
That's fine.
Just the action.
I told her just keep it away, but she wants. So. Or her dice to roll.
Statuses for the past. That makes no sense.
Show probation for that out of it. What's the robbery?
That one is a benchmark, but I'm not sure. It don't show that it's deferred or probation.
Because this judge is gonna hear from the prosecutor your criminal history, and if he thinks you're a candidate, someone that should get a bond.
Good morning, Ms. Fawcett. How's jail?
Not good.
Great. That's good news. Because if it was fun, then we'd have a problem. You were wanted here, or we have you in jail here because you're wanted for some crime out of state. I have no idea why. The first thing I'm going to tell you is that you're a fugitive, so you are an inherent flight risk. I don't know anything about you. All I know is that you want a bond. My primary concern are 2 things. Number 1, and most importantly, is if we let you out, is the public safe? And number 2, if we let you out, are you going to go back?
Sure.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Speak on that.
You know, everyone here tells me it's little bunnies jumping in the woods, that it's all hunky-dory, little, but on paper is how we get to know you. I know that you're going to tell me stuff, but how would I know any different? I've never met you. I don't know you at all. That's why I look on paper to really see how and what kind of person you are. All I know is that you're wanted out of Florida for robbery with a weapon. Mr. Kim.
Your Honor, state would be opposed to a bond. She was recently convicted of assault public servant, and I don't know how the enhancement work in their jurisdiction, but that would put her 5 to life here. And so because it has a potential for a life sentence, that would be opposed to a bond because of.
I can't give a bond on a potential life sentence.
So the issue that I had with that, and I didn't have enough time to check the Florida statutes, is I don't know what they're to be forthcoming. I don't know how their enhancements work in their jurisdiction, but I know from Texas because of the way it's charged that I would be opposed. And so I can't equivocate it because I don't know the Florida.
You want to roll it to tomorrow to see?
It'll take me a couple minutes, but I can look up now.
I mean,
but I would still be unopposed regardless, obviously.
but I want to know if I'm not allowed to at the outset, because I don't want to give her a bond if I do, and then it's a potential, anything that has a potential life sentence, I cannot give a bond to. And I don't know, I obviously don't know about Florida law, but if you have prior history and they enhance whatever case you may have, it may enhance you to a potential life sentence. I mean, that's the problem with when you pick up cases. You got to be careful. The more things you pick up, it doesn't do you any good.
If I could just have maybe 5-10 minutes.
Take your time. Well, I mean, if you want to, we can also roll it to tomorrow. Greg, can you be here tomorrow?
Well, if it's,
it won't take me that long.
If the court's okay, I'd like to address it today.
Sure.
I mean, I'm here tomorrow, but I'm sure she would want to address it today.
I know.
I can run to court 6 and come right back. I got a case in there, so no, I'm not going anywhere. Is what I'm telling you.
Okay, why don't you go to court 6 and then come back?
Okay.
And then, do you have something with Carl too, Mr. Kim? No? Okay. Hi, Carl.
She comes back, by the way. I saw her later in the stream.
Want to give him the cause number?
No, I got it. Risk car, right?
Yeah, risk car.
All right. So the thing that I was looking at, he's wanted for intent to distribute POM, but when I ran the NCSC, it showed that it was a deferred, but they also said bench warrant. Oh wait, no, hold on. This one they didn't get back to me. I was trying to figure out if it was a deferred because that could be a pre-sent waiver and then he wouldn't be able to get a bond, but they confirmed that it was a true bench warrant because the NCSC was inconsistent with what the fugitive packet was. That's why I can verify it. But
Is it on docket today or no?
It is, it's on document.
What's the last name?
Rizcar, Rizcar.
this is what I saw, which is what caused me to pause. It said deferred, and so I was looking for a pre-sent waiver. Yeah, because if it wasn't, I'd have a lot easier time arguing.
I believe it's still open.
Yeah, it's a true bench warrant. But in light of that, I wouldn't be opposed to a bond. I'd be very opposed to a low bond. He's had multiple charges over the last 6 years in different jurisdictions. He had this one coming out in 2020. The bench warrant came out in 2022, but during that time, he's been charged here with, well, then 2 open cases, but 1 still open case for another possession of controlled substance charge, a prior DWI that was dismissed at roughly the same time the bench warrant came out. He had a prior firearm charge and another PCS charge back in 20.
Did you represent him in all those cases?
I did, and they were all
Just
dismissed.
because he has a good lawyer, you know, I mean, it's like,
I did see a trend, Judge. But that said, due to the frequency.
always dapper.
I know, but due to the frequency of the charges, that
And you-
feel also a low bond, but.
Can I bring him up?
He's not here, Your Honor. So he was put on the Rick Court docket today as well. So he's over at 49 San Jacinto in custody. I don't know why I guess they put both of them on the docket today. So he's got a new less than a gram case or 1 to 4 grams case out of the 208.
Do they do Rick cases on 1 to 4? I thought it was less than a gram.
It may be less. I
think it's supposed to be under 1, but I know they can make certain exceptions for certain types. I don't want to. Yeah. I just don't know what the category is for exceptions.
And it's an Adderall, just for the court's information.
Why don't we roll it to tomorrow and then I'll give you one, just see if you guys can agree to it.
The biggest concern other than the review of history, which clearly he did a great job, is the fact that this warrant's been open for 2 years and he didn't do anything about it.
And I have some information for the court on that. He has a lawyer out in Georgia, or had a lawyer. There was a change of address on his part. They don't give you a new court date when you leave court like we do. They mail you one.
I don't care.
Okay.
As long as you're okay with the day.
Can we agree to one today? And then if we agree to
Let me
one.
get a little, if it's gonna get rolled tomorrow, I'm gonna probably want a little bit more information from the RIP court. Like I said, I'm not gonna oppose to a bond, I'm gonna be opposed to low bond. So let me try to figure out if the number wants to get a little bit more information since it's gonna get over tomorrow.
You tell me what you think and
I can
then,
email you if you like, and then before court, so you're not standing back approaching.
Well, okay.
Yeah, because I don't know anything that went on before it got transferred, because
Nothing went on. It's in the record.
in terms of the new one, I thought you were talking about the old, no, oh, okay.
Why he's in 40 grams? Because when he was arrested on this one, they also started with 24.
I'm also,
I don't know, we can really figure it out. It's not gonna be.
well, also I'll probably ask the honest court.
has he calmed down yet?
Yeah, because they didn't include it in the video.
Sorry, did they say this person had less than a gram of Adderall? How much is an average Adderall capsule? Because my Vyvanse is 75 milligrams.
They only put the benchmark, so.
Mr. Goyen said he calmed him down for you.
I don't know how much. I couldn't count. Okay, all right. Let me do a little digging, but I'll email you before court so that you're not, Oh,
So that's a 30-year sentence on robbery. There's armed robbery with a weapon.
She got 30 years on a
Up to 30. Armed robbery with a deadly weapon is a 5. Home invasion robbery with a weapon is 30 years with deadly weapons.
with an enhanced, but
I don't know how enhancements work.
yeah.
Mendoza?
Unless you want to. That's hilarious.
Victoria.
Yes.
Mr. D. Okay.
Mr. John Castaneda.
I'm just going to try and turn off the stable volume thing and see if it helps with the intense background noise.
Are we doing time served?
Yes, sir.
That's a probation. Mr. D, it's a probation, huh?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Put the water down there.
Is it reduced to a first?
I don't think it's
Increase that.
Do we know, does he have a prior
He
DWI?
has, no, sir, he doesn't have a problem. He does have a current felony for which they are going to dismiss upon completion of this case.
Got it. Okay. I see that he's charged with the possession upstairs. That's
Thank you.
anytime, anytime you can avoid a felony conviction, you're really winning. But you have to understand that they're not going to do this over and over and over. And if you don't get it, at some point, they're going to throw the book at you. For as it stands now, this DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. And like you heard me probably say earlier, with your history, you have a prior possession of a controlled substance, prior possession of marijuana, now a DWI and a felony possession of a controlled substance. Even though that felony now is going to be dismissed, an officer is still going to see it. And they're still definitely going to see the DWI. So what I'm telling you is that I guarantee you, wherever you go, whatever you drive, the next time you get pulled over, they're going to harass the hell out of you. It don't matter where you're going. It doesn't matter what time of day it is, who you're with. They're going to search you. They're going to give you a hard time. So don't give them the pleasure. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
The fact that you have even the smallest, faintest odor of alcohol on your breath, they're going to take you in and charge you with a second offense. The fact that you may have anything in your car, you're going to go to jail. From now on, for $20, one click, $15, take you everywhere you want to go. No matter where you want to go. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers, right to be arraigned, charged with of a court. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. You are entering into a contract with me now, stating that of all these conditions, you can successfully complete them. If you don't, there are dire consequences, and the consequence is that I will issue a warrant. I'm going to put you in jail. The only thing that we're going to talk about is if you violated this probation. If you do, you are facing 180 days in jail. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you test positive, if you don't do your community service, if you don't do your classes, if you don't show up, all these will be cause for me to revoke your probation and put you in jail up to 180 days. And I'm going to tell you now, I have no problems doing it. I don't care if you get pissed off at me, you get your feelings hurt. I will do everything in my power to protect the public. I don't care who's in front of me. Do you understand, sir?
Yes, sir.
The conditions are, it's 180 days in jail to be probated for 15 months. You will do a DWI education class. This is how you keep your license. The fact that you do this DWI education class, you get to keep your license. So I'm not going to suspend it now. However, you must obtain a guardian interlock prior. Do you have one now? An interlock.
No, I don't have a vehicle.
How are you getting to point A to point B?
Friends and family.
Do not drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today for this probation, promising us that you're not going to drive. And I'm telling you, Mr. Castaneda, now, there's nothing that makes me more upset than when someone drives without a license. I literally horns will pop out of my head if you get into a car and drive. You will do 2 victim impact panels. You will also do what's called a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. If they assess further conditions, you must complete those conditions as well. Substance abuse treatment. No breath test refusal. If you were pulled over, if you're not wise enough and you get into a car and drive and you get pulled over and an officer asks you to submit a breath sample, you must do it. If you don't, you're in violation. But obviously you'd be in violation by driving anyways. No drugs, alcohol, guardian interlock. Was there an accident in this case?
No guardian interlock at this time, Judge. You say.
I know, it is as part of the probation.
Yes, sir. Yes.
He will, Castaneda, was there an accident? If you do not have a car, no accident, okay, great. If you do not have a car, you must have a handheld portable device that you're gonna take with you everywhere you go to prove to us that you're not consuming alcohol. How do you plead to the offense of driving while intoxicated, Mr. Castaneda?
Guilty, Your Honor.
I will find you guilty. I will sentence you to the above agreement. I will not suspend your license. Be careful though, because I'm telling you, this is gonna stay with you for the rest of your life. Do you understand? So I would never, even if you've had one beer, one glass of wine, don't get into a car. Because you get pulled over, you're hosed. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
You see the clerk.
Yes, ma'am.
Judge, can I call up the CHA?
Yeah, yeah.
Ferguson, come on up. Page 9, CHA.
Did she just get here?
No, she's been here.
Okay.
Just kind of.
All right. Good morning, Ms. Ferguson. Do you not have a lawyer? Do you want an appointed lawyer? Okay. I don't know how she didn't get a lawyer in the first place with this step. You know, we always give lawyers with these. Let me see if I have an application on file. It's Ferguson, right? We're talking about the right person? Devin Ferguson? Okay. I don't have one on file, so. Okay, I'm happy to appoint your lawyer today, ma'am, but I have to have you fill out an application, okay? Deputy will give you an application, and then I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset, and then we'll just have you take a seat in the jury box while you fill it out, and then I'll have you talk to someone.
Ramon Justice.
Okay.
So yeah, he's here today. Just to remind you, he did have an unauthorized absence of correctional facility. He pled 200 days to in felonies, kind of day one before we could address it. That time on that, so it'd be like 70-ish days. That time's up this week. We do have your probation on our trespass case.
I'm sending it back.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing this until he takes it, and then every time he takes off, the same thing's gonna happen. So every time, and I'll explain that to him.
Yeah, I
but
understand. You have judged before.
When does the time run?
He tells me Thursday, but I need to do the math myself. But sometimes this week, Judge.
You want to set it for Friday?
Sure.
Okay. Ruiz? Well, I'm gonna amend his conditions to put him back into DDRP, and I'm gonna keep doing it.
Yeah, of course.
Do you mind bringing out Ramon Justice, please?
Sure.
Thanks.
Lawyer looks like someone out of book talk.
No, it's trespass, it's a probation. It doesn't say it's probation. That's her. That's what it's.
Can you hear the airplane outside?
That's all I'm doing now.
Oh, good point.
Good morning, Mr. Justice. How's jail? As soon as you're done with your sentence on the felony case, which you say it's on Thursday, I don't know, I'm going to check for you, but we will be doing the same thing where we will be amending the conditions to put you back into the dual diagnosis residential program. I told you that we are going to keep doing this until it takes. I know you don't like it. I know you're upset. At some point, it's going to take. And at some point, you're faithfully going to work the program. Mr. Justice, every time you jump the fence, the same thing is going to happen. Do you understand?
I understand clearly.
Good. I'm glad you did.
Just tired, that's all.
It's okay. Understand, as soon as you're done, back into DDRP you go. Do not jump the fence. Make the program work. Okay. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Judge.
So I'll amend it as soon as Shatoria. Back to DDRP.
Okay, I will be waiving all his fees. Okay, just making sure.
It's on today. It's on.
Judge, you have a very important call.
Go in here.
Because I don't want to let him out. Let's see. Hey, is there a bed? Is there a bed ready for him or no?
It'll be about 2 weeks before we get it.
Okay, so can we go ahead and amend the conditions now so that it's ready to go?
I'll put them, amend them and have them on the wait.
Okay, and then can you do me a favor? I'd like to know when the wait list ends because I want to admonish him one more time. The day before he goes to DDRP, I want to admonish him again to see if it sticks. So, so Victoria, let's wait to see what day that is. Well, no, just wait. Because she's gonna be able to see when the bed opens up and then we'll put the day before the bed opens up. I'm sorry, that's a, well, I don't,
Steve, we're pretty close to the. Sorry, one thing. I feel like the background noise is better with that stable volume thing off. Steve, we are like, I want to say maybe less than 15 kilometers away from the government aircraft area zone thing. And when it is our State of the Nation address, then they fly the fighter jets over us and they do tricks and stuff. It is so loud, like it hurts, but it's really, really, really cool.
So many.
Oh, cheese.
so Ms. Garza, do you know Patty well?
Yes, sir.
How well do you know her?
We started the same section together as spring starts, so naturally our section is pretty close, and she immediately.
Is she like the mom, really?
Yeah.
She's so sweet, isn't she?
Yeah, she really is the best.
She's like that, and I've known her for a long, long time, and she's always been so, just like that, just such a sweetheart. And it's about time that she finally went to law school. So I'm glad that she did that. It's great. Yeah.
She's studying for the bar right now, so she's gonna take it early, but still walk with our section.
So how come she didn't get a job with the DA's office? Did she not want to?
I feel that right now, this summer she's studying for the bar because she's going to take it in July.
Trinidad.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Thanks for being here.
Whenever you're ready, let me know.
Hey, Your Honor, we got appointed to Hightower. I asked the bailiff earlier. Just got one appointed. I don't know if you want somebody there. I see Mr. Dixon's still available.
Judge, he's one of you to appoint somebody else.
Okay, we'll do that. Not a problem, Trinidad.
Thank you. I appreciate it, guys.
Sure.
Slow day, Judge.
It's a firearm.
Bring her out.
Yes, sir.
Do you mind bringing out, what was her name?
So robbery with a firearm was 30 years, but robbery with a weapon is 30 years in Florida. So with a deadly weapon makes it life, right?
Young
And the
lady.
enhancement doesn't even matter.
Yeah, so because I asked if the APS would enhance it, he was like, I didn't even get to that. I looked in the report, I'm guessing he found it was firearm, so yeah, firearms.
Okay.
Which I had to go through 4 different agencies to get that answer. I was on the phone with so many people and I asked such a simple question.
Well, they have that weird points code, whatever it is. It's like some weird points. It's like a federal points.
Yeah, there's 2 people from the county's office and this one else at their DA's or state's attorney's office and then the actual person assigned. So,
Well, I'm gonna tell her she needs to keep her waiver in place because her reset date was July 15th. So she can do what she wants.
yeah. Do you need my phone?
Is it Pumpkin? Is Pumpkin coming back?
I assume they're gonna come get her.
Certainly are now.
She wanted her bond.
It's David Fleischer.
Careful what you wish for.
Hey, Uskonga picked up a new case.
I wasn't even gonna come to court, but then she's like, no, it's not fine.
No, well, are you going to be representing him on the new case? Okay, so they're on for Monday. He's got to be here at that time. And then I'll see with the state if they're gonna just keep him on or not. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, and then so I'm putting all cases on for Monday, okay? So please let him know he's got to be here. Okay, thanks, man. Yeah, let me just write this down for you.
Hurry up, pumpkin, I need to grab a drink. By that I mean a Coke, not an alcoholic one. It's a very interesting looking attorney in Simpson's court.
She claims it's robbery with a weapon, not.
Okay, if that's what the state's attorney spoke with. I mean, I can call him back again, but maybe just.
Yeah, can you please, because it's just a
So, well,
weapon. It's not-
I don't
it's
have
not
any way of-
deadly.
I don't have access to it, Your Honor. So the state is claiming it's a firearm. My client is claiming that it's a weapon, robbery with a weapon. So the difference is 30 or life, depending on what the actual charge is.
Right, so bottom line, I'm not gonna set you a bond now as it is, because I just don't know. I mean, if it's a crime that carries a term of life, I just can't give you one anyways, as even if I wanted to, I couldn't give you a bond. So at this point, why don't we just set it? She already has a waiver in place, right?
There's a waiver in place. The
So that
pickup
you're
is
not losing
scheduled.
time.
Pickup was scheduled for July 15th.
Now, like you said, it's scheduled for July 15th. I would say at the minimum, keep your waiver for now, because if you pull this waiver off, you'll lose all that time that you've done in custody now. So in the interim, they can take a look to see whether it is or not. But regardless, I'm gonna have a hard time giving you a bond as it is. You're a dangerous person. I know you say no, but paper says different. So even if it's not a deadly weapon, it's still a robbery case. A weapon was used and you're on, and what else did she have?
She had a prior conviction. She was released from parole in 2020, but that was for insult public servant. She had 4 years TDCJ.
Yeah, at some point you got to. Actions have consequences, Ms. Fawcett. You cannot continue to pick up cases and something. So I guess let's just, you tell me guys what you want to do.
That has nothing to do with it. It doesn't matter. You have convictions. The judge explained that to you. I can't force the judge to give you a bond.
I'm not like
You're-
telling you to force him.
well, you have
to
a
do
fugitive
anything,
bond, yeah.
But you didn't even look into the paperwork or anything.
Because I was just appointed today and I don't have access to Florida, ma'am. I will reset. Can we reset it Friday, Ron?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's do Thursday or Monday. Just
Thursday's
because,
the 4th, so we can't.
right.
Sounds like Wednesday or Monday.
And then, yeah.
I can get a copy of the offense report. Obviously, it's gonna take time because they're gonna have to make sure, I am who I say I am versus some random asking. So it's gonna
You think Wednesday enough time?
no, Wednesday will be enough.
Okay, let's set it for Wednesday.
The state could share her Florida record for me because my client seems to think I can just produce Florida records, which I obviously can't to look at.
Yeah, I can get a copy, but yeah, I can write it down manually if I can't. Just, yeah.
Okay.
I can do that.
All right, good luck, Ms. Fawcett.
Thank you.
See you Wednesday.
Friday or Monday?
Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Oh, yes.
Deleon is the first one, page 28.
That's
Chambers
tomorrow?
says they can pick up tomorrow. Did you see who broke his pen? I don't know. I tried to put glue on it.
I don't know why De Leon's not showing up here. It's
Oh,
weird.
because I did,
Oh, you did the thing right? Okay.
Oh, and I said, yeah, but they didn't enter it, so I was like, okay, that's why you came up today.
Yes, I'm okay with that.
Yes, okay.
Tomorrow's okay.
And then page 29, you, Liberty County, burglary of a habit felony, no bond was set.
But have they said when they can come or no?
No, nothing, no updates, nothing. They just told me about Deleon.
I'm just skipping
Okay,
ahead.
Okay, yeah, do you mind?
Did my guy calm down?
He came out again here with a laugh.
Yeah, I was here when he came out and he was, I'm innocent, I'm innocent. At least he has his clothes back on. Did I check on him? No, I assumed that they showed back.
What they say about assumptions, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Makes an ass out of you and
I had
me.
to look off, so I figured,
You don't do remote,
but y'all be able to get back, I gotta take them off.
do remote meetings, right? Or like
We do
Zoom,
some remote meetings, yeah, yeah.
Zoom meetings.
When big football players, son likes to come to my office and watch the proceedings. He's grown up in my office, but now that he's
You should have him come here, watch here.
he's come here a couple of times. You've seen him in the back, big guy, big football player. He's like 6'4".
Really?
Yeah, 6'3", almost 300 pounds. Yeah, college football player. So
Awesome.
he always tells me whenever I have interesting clients that he might need to be there for. He'll say, "Well, arrange him for that date," and I'll be there.
Ah, Hey.
How's it going? Good. I'll behave.
Wait. Pause. This is took his shirt off guy. We saw a bit of this yesterday.
All we want you to do, Mr. Reboa, is give your side to Mr. Slider. Okay, he will help you work with this case so it can get the best result possible. Okay, understand that we don't appreciate when people come from over there all the way over here because it's very possible that I didn't even see that you were here.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to sneak up on you. I'm sorry.
The problem is that not everybody's as nice as you. What happens if someone comes and tries to attack me here? You know what I mean?
I'm sorry if that ever happened.
So that's why it scares me.
Okay.
You come up this way. I didn't even see you until Steven looks at me and starts darting this way. I didn't even see you, and it scared the crap out of me.
Well, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you, sir. Okay.
It's okay. And look, I don't think you mean any ill will. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here, right? But
Oh, I debated not coming because this is scary. Like, it's scary being here. I don't like being here.
what I meant was, if I thought you meant ill will, I would already have you in jail.
Okay.
Right?
I appreciate you not locking me up. Thank you.
Of course not. I don't want to lock you up. I don't want to put you in jail. I don't want anything bad to happen to you. Just understand, we have a certain way that we handle things here, right?
May I say something?
Not about the case.
It's not about the case. I just want to say, and it's in the paperwork, I've already been in jail for this. I've been put in jail over the weekend. I have the paperwork from the first time I went to jail. And, you know, I'm kind of curious why I went to jail because I didn't do anything.
I'm going to let Mr. Slider explain that to you, okay? So just be wary that all I need you to do at this point is stay in contact with him. I'm going to waive the appearance for the next time. You don't have to come here, okay? All I'm asking you to do is stay in contact with him. If he comes back to me, though, and tells me he can't get a hold of you, I will issue a warrant. And I'm going to tell you, I will not give you any more PR bonds. So all you have to do is stay in contact with him. And if you do, good things will happen for you. And one more thing, don't pick up any new cases.
I'll try not to. I won't.
I don't think you will. But just remember, not everybody's patient, okay? Anyways, all right. Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, please. Mr. Road, best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
For sure.
How did he get that close to the
Victoria,
bailiff?
do you have a reset ready for Mr. Rivode?
I'll gather all your stuff.
Candy time.
Salad?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Salad?
Sounds good.
Oh, sour. I thought you said salad.
You want a salad? What do you
wait.
mean?
I thought Mr. D, didn't you get his case?
Wait for Mrs. D to get it.
Yeah, I can ask them to do it, but I gotta wait for them to
Oh,
see.
you haven't gotten it yet.
I haven't gotten it.
For some reason, the first lawyer we appointed to you, I guess he just didn't want to do it. I don't know. So we took him off. We have to reappoint you someone else, and that's what's taking a little bit longer. So I think we're over.
Anybody else?
We're done. No, yeah, just go.
Okay.
Victoria, is Pavel can go? We're done, right?
No, everybody can leave before.
I know. That's generally how it works, actually.
No, I really think we're waiting on one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's the case. Okay. I will leave then.
The real.
Oh. Yeah, sure. I'll see you.
All right, take care of yourself. Where you go?
Don't worry, we're an entire day behind, so we're not ending.
See ya.
Take care of you.
But if you guys want to jump over to Simpson instead of Fleischer, we can. While he's smiling like this, he's in chat.
You want to say hi to everybody?
Judge, do you want to say hi to Red?
You want to say hi to everybody?
To Red to visit.
Oh, yeah. Morning, come on up.
Hey, they spoke about red today.
I asked him once and he said yes.
So you just come to pay a visit or what?
Yeah, I'm from Austin. I watch your court every day.
Really?
On, YouTube. I find it very inspiring. I've been watching Time Serve for years. Can I shout out to Phil?
Yes, he's here. He's here watching.
Oh, how you doing? I just find it very inspiring, the work you guys do here. And I've been a big court watcher for a long time, and I really appreciate you letting me come up and say hello to you.
Of course, yeah. And I'm sorry that we didn't let you in initially.
I think there was a
I was confused.
misunderstanding.
I didn't understand.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. Regardless, it's an open forum. So everybody should be allowed to come in, and we usually just only restrict to those who are kind of disruptive or, you know, in the beginning, we used to only to defendants, but I think people like to watch. So I like them to come in. Now, if there's too many to where defendants are not able to come in, that's a different thing. But it's never like that. So, realistically, come, have fun.
Time
I
served.
don't know about fun, but
Time served responded to you and said, "What's up, dude?"
Thanks. Yeah, I'm gonna be back tomorrow, so.
sure, yeah, come anytime. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
We start at 9, right?
Yeah, about 9.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So what else do you watch?
I'm a big court visitor. I've been to like Tarrant County, Judge Kim's court a couple of times. I had a girl last year, I went there this week last year, and a girl tried to escape from her court while she was.
Really?
While I was leaving, she ran me over, and the bailiffs tackled her while I was like.
You didn't get hurt, did you?
No, I didn't get hurt, but she did. She hit me like Emmett Smith, and she shoved me into this like pillar ahead of me. And I thought I was turning around ready to apologize. And then I see them tackling her, and she's screaming and yelling. And it took 6 people to get this 15-year-old girl down. And it's just so after that, I was just like, court's fascinating.
You have to be careful because we've had people here that escaped that are really, really dangerous.
Yeah.
We had one guy who came out here and then he carjacked someone and then he took a knife.
He carjacked a DA. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it
I'll
was
share
2
it
weeks
in a
ago,
minute.
right?
Wow.
3 weeks ago, something like that.
Actually, it was 2 weeks ago. Amazing.
Be careful because
I will.
remember where you are,
Yeah.
right? And especially if you're going to go to the felony courts because there, a lot of the people are in bond, and so that's what it really, that's here, it's not nearly as dangerous as it is up there.
Fair enough, sir. Well, I appreciate your time.
Sure, yeah, I think we're done though. I mean, we're gonna log
We'll
off.
see you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks, Your Honor.
Sure.
Thanks, Victoria. Have a great day.
Bye, you too. Let's say hi to Kathy and Lone Wolf.
Okay, so now he basically just chats with everyone else. So we're gonna hop over and go. Most people voted that they wanted to stay here, so we will indeed. Should we keep the top chat reply? Because I think Steve, you jumped on way at the end, right? Because I was super early yesterday, and then today I only came on to his chat when you mentioned. Oh, did I pause? Teresa, your links are going to get deleted because YouTube has set it that way. Even mine get deleted sometimes. I have to put like a ton of stuff in the back end.
I see that he.
Adam, I think you forget that I can see on StreamYard.
Marcus broke it. Order in the court while defendants in front of the judge.
Was he on bond for, I see that he has this FSGI from September of 23. Was he on bond for this case and then he picked up a new case? Or was this a 2B where he didn't know about this?
I see that he was on, but I can't be sure because my feeds isn't working correctly.
I can't get anything to work. Take a seat for me in the jury box, Mr. Brooks. I'm not ready yet. Luis is here. Do you want to do the Spanish arraignments, I guess?
We can't, but we're still having some time. I can't pull up the sets. But I can take.
Oh, you can't even pull up resets. All right, let me call Sony.
Can I just
Get Luis. And then and interviews with the state of Texas. If you Victoria, let's just do it. I think it's back. Let's just try. We're, yeah, let's get Luis.
That's a good way to get around it, Steve.
Page 15, Smith, Torres, come on up.
Does YouTube even deletes my links for my memberships? I feel like Dreadlock Dude is a TikToker.
Julio Smith Torres. Mr. Smith Torres, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present during any questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you.
On June 24th, 2024, law enforcement officers were dispatched to a disturbance/weapon call in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness and the defendant have been in a dating relationship for a month. The complaining witness stated that he and the defendant got into a verbal altercation that turned physical over the complaining witness, joking that while the defendant was on the phone, he better not be talking to anyone else, to which the defendant got upset and started yelling. The defendant and his knees on the edge of the bed where he lost his balance and fell back. The complaining witness stated he smiled a little and the defendant got up and punched him one time to his chest and one time to the left side of his face using his right hand and closed fist. The complaining witness said that he felt pain and the defendant then tried to throw a heavy glass cup at the complaining witness but missed and hit the bedroom wall instead. The defendant then got up and went to the kitchen to retrieve a kitchen knife and began to approach the complaining witness with
He
the
grabbed the
knife.
kitchen knife and started to approach.
To retrieve a kitchen knife and began to approach the complaining witness with a knife down by his side. The complaining witness then ran into the bathroom and locked himself in while on the phone with the police. The complaining witness received a notification from his Ring doorbell app that the defendant had left with a bag of his belongings. The complaining witness said that he did fear for his life and wants to press charges. Law enforcement officers observed damage to the wall and minor abrasions to the complaining witness's left side of his forehead and redness to his face.
Mr. Smith Torres, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Tell me, he has a prior aggravated assault from January of this year. It was an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon reduced to, from what I see, a misdemeanor assault, and he did a year in Harris County Jail. Was this the same complaining witness?
No, Your Honor, it's not.
What happened in that case? Another knife?
In that case, it was a hammer.
Mr. Smith Torres, I'm going to do everything in my power to protect. Look at me. I'm going to do everything in my power to protect every single person of Harris County. If that means lighting you up in custody, I'm going to do it in a heartbeat, sir. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this witness, not to consume alcohol, dope, and I'm going to put an ankle monitor so I know where you are at all times. If I find that you go anywhere near this person, I will deem you a public danger, make your bond so high you're going to flip. You understand? No weapons. That includes kitchen knives, that includes hammers, that includes cars. If I find that you acting a fool in the free world, I'm going to take the free world away from you. Are you a United States citizen? Are you in this country with or without permission?
With permission.
What type of permission do you have?
Residency.
Do you realize the more criminal cases you pick up, the higher likelihood you have? Look at me. The more criminal cases you pick up, the higher likelihood you have of them revoking that residency and sending you back to your country of origin. You are not a citizen. And I'm going to tell you now, United States doesn't give citizenship to people who continually pick up criminal cases. What do you do for a living?
Barber. Barber, cutting.
I'm putting a GPS monitor on you, sir, and I'm ordering you to stay 1,000 feet away from this person. If you violate this condition, like I said, you know where you will end up, sir. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I have a financial affidavit here that it says that you make nothing. Do you have an income, sir? How do you eat?
Given some, I don't know.
What do you say, Luis?
So, like, they give it to me, I get gifted.
You must get a full-time job. I'm going to give you a lawyer today, Mr. Smith Torres. But I'm also now making it a condition of your bond that you get a full-time job. And I'm going to bring you back here in 2 weeks to see what you have done to get a full-time job. You have way too much time on your hands. And when people have too much time on their hands, they become self-destructive. Do you understand, sir? So there's an application already on file. I'm going to have you sign a reset with Victoria. After that, you will meet with Tracy for your bond conditions. After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while I get your bond conditions. Or while I find your lawyer. Do not violate these conditions, Mr. Smith Torres. Okay. I guess I'm curious if you guys evaluated for another ag assault charge. No? Or did he even, I guess he didn't go close to him with the knife. That's what happened. He just went and got the knife.
That's when the complaining witness.
Call the cops.
But let's look at that thing today, it didn't seem like he knew exactly what was in his hand.
Okay. All right.
Ready for the next
Yep,
one, Judge?
yep.
All right, or did you want us to try to start back with Mr. Brooks?
No, let's do all with Luis. What we have.
All right, Judge, next one is page 5, Cordova, come on up. Alberto Cordova. Page 8, Foster.
Good morning, Mr. Foster. So you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir. Okay.
On January 1st, 2024, officers conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle for an expired license plate. The officer asked him if anything illegal was in the vehicle and he did not consent to a search. Officers advised the defendant that a canine would be brought out and he consented to a search. 2.4 ounces of green leafy substance recovered from backpack in the back seat of the car along with a pistol. The defendant is 20 years old and his mom showed up and she said he always has a gun on him.
All right, Mr. Foster, you'll find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. So you said, well, oh, he had the expired tag. That's why he was pulled over. Okay, and how old are you, Mr. Foster?
It says license plate, but Logan called the officer and verified that that was the reason for the arrest.
Okay. Do you have a Texas driver license, Mr. Foster? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? Okay, you're not allowed to drive then. I'm making that a condition of your bond. If you want to drive, you must get liability insurance that's in your name with the car that you're driving. I'm also ordering you as a condition of your bond not to be in possession of any weapons as well. If you violate these conditions or if you pick up a new case, I will revoke your bond. I will put you in jail. What are you doing with your life now? Okay. Okay. Did you graduate from high school? Great. Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer, sir? Did you want to apply for an appointed lawyer? Correct. Okay. Let me see if I have one on file. Shoot.
Thanks,
I'm not going to talk to you about the case. Okay. It is about the case. You're talking to me about a gun. Right now, when I mean no weapons, I mean no weapons from any source. I don't care where you got it. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care where you're going. Do you understand? If I see that you have a gun on you, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bond. You're 20 years old. If you want to work, go work. You don't need a gun at this moment in your life. Understand? All right. I will give you, Stephen's going to give you an application. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We'll have you take a seat in the jury box. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions, and we'll have you talk to a lawyer here momentarily. Okay? Please.
Page 8, Garcia, come on up. Go ahead and sign.
Logan, do you mind filing conditions, no weapons and no driving without liability insurance? I didn't know. I mean, what is your last name, sir? John Edward?
Yes. Yes, Victoria. Okay.
Your Honor, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you.
It's okay. I see that you have a Mr. Garcia on the docket today, and I'm about to do PC on it. Are you going to be here today? For sure. We'll wait for you, okay? Okay, thanks. Mr. Garcia, just take a seat for me in the pew over there. The lawyer's about to come. We can go when he gets here.
Victoria, got a question about the solution.
No, wait, for who?
The other gentleman.
No, not for Foster. For the first gentleman, Smith. It was Smith Torres gets the GPS. Tracy. Yeah, okay. But not Foster. Hi.
Teresa, 40 minutes. You have good memory.
Cordova.
Hey, Miss Lund.
Good morning, how are you?
Tuesday.
I know, I'm leaving the country tomorrow, so.
Just take me with you.
So happy.
Where are you going?
England, my relatives live over there, they're having a big family reunion.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's just weird, like, here's your cousin, here, you know what I mean?
Great.
I know.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, it should be fun.
Who is this?
Page 5.
Alberto Cordova. You speak English, sir? Sir, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, second offense. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. Okay.
On June 29th, 2024, at approximately 2:19 a.m., officers observed a vehicle drive over the center median concrete barrier of the roadway and swerve in and out of his lane. Officers conducted a traffic stop, and the driver was ID'd by his Texas driver's license, and officers observed a strong odor of alcohol on the breath, glossy eyes, slurred speech, and unsteady balance. The defendant denied drinking, but there was 2 open Modelo's in the center console.
2 open beers in the car.
The defendant refused to do standard field sobriety tests. DIC was read, breath was refused, and a blood warrant was executed and blood was drawn. The defendant's prior DWI was August 3rd, 2023 in this court, Your Honor.
Can you run his NCIC to see if he has any other prior DWIs from any other jurisdictions, please?
Sure.
Mr. Cordova, I would hope that you understand it's elementary not to have alcohol in the car. And I'm going to tell you that if they allege it as such, it's a minimum of 5 days in jail to any sentence that you get. 5 flat days. Did you say there was a breath or blood test?
Blood pursuant to a warrant.
Mr. Cordova, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case.
No.
Do you have valid liability insurance in your name, Mr. Cordova? Then you are not allowed to drive. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. If you drove here today, you may not drive home. Someone else must take the vehicle for you. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising me you're not going to drive. And I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care. Mother Teresa needs to go to church. A kid, there's a burning building. You have to save a little kitty. I don't care what the deal is. You drive, I'll have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months every time you drive. Do you understand? Because it's a second offense, I'm now ordering you not to or to obtain a handheld portable device that you're going to take with you everywhere you go to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. The machine that you're going to get is extremely finicky. I would not consume anything at least 30 minutes prior to blowing into it because it will give a false positive. Because remember, food ferments. You eat a banana that's rotten, what's going to happen? It could possibly have yeast in it, which will give a false positive. I don't care what your excuse is. You blow hot on that thing, you will go to jail. If the battery dies because you failed to charge it, that thing dies, so do you. You will go to jail. Do you understand, sir? There's absolutely no excuse. If you have any questions, you have a fantastic lawyer. She can answer everything for you. I will not entertain any excuse from you, Mr. Cordova. As it stands now, you are not allowed to drive at all. I will have you come up here, swear to me that you're not going to drive. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance, but it's your responsibility to stay in touch with Ms. Simon. If she comes back and tells me that you're playing a fool and that you're not answering the phone calls, text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You pick up a new case, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will not get any more PR bonds from us. Do you understand? I'm not asking anything crazy from you. All I'm asking you to do is follow the law. That's it. So we will have you come up here, swear to us you're not going to drive. You will get to Victoria. We will have you sign a reset. Eventually, you get with Tracy for your bond conditions, and after that, you may go. You're skirting a thin line. You break through, your butt's going to freeze, sir. Thank you, Ms.
Thank you, Judge. May we be excused after?
Okay, we need to go over to Judge Simpson. I don't know what's happening, but chat, I saw a bunch of the people who post on YouTube. I saw them pop up in chat saying something was crazy on Judge Simpson's feed, like in Judge Simpson's chat. Did this thing just stop itself? I don't know if this is a part 2. I just went back to the start of the last break.
They District Court for County of Washington, in addition to now back in session, the honorable judge, that extends to preside.
The right range, huh? All right, you may be seated. I'm sorry. All right, let's try to get this one done. We call the case of People versus Weisinger.
Okay, recall. Wait.
Assistant Public Defender Heenan Apple appearing on behalf of Mr. Weisinger again. Mr. Weisinger, will you please take your name for the record? Sorry, sir. Assistant Public Defender Heenan.
Thank you.
Your Honor, we're asking for an adjournment
That will put you in total.
as well as
Sorry.
Attorney General.
How long did you need? I'm sorry.
If we could have 3 weeks.
15th District Court for today.
Speak with Sarah Brenner. I'm just covering this for the AG today. She is the attorney of record. If she's got any discussion she wants to have, she should speak with Ms. Brenner. But again, we certainly expect that the defendant will pay his ongoing support beginning this month, even though he made even though the bond got paid over. That's kind of a different matter. He needs to pay his ongoing support each month going forward.
Well, and what I'm a bit concerned about. Well, there was not then a payment. Well, is there going to be a payment to the current charges in July?
Your Honor, I haven't spoken with my client about this. I'm
Okay, so, right, I got you. But here's the reality is his bond should be at 25% of what the current arrearage is. They took the arrearage off of the complaint.
Yes.
Kind of a windfall for him in a sense.
Yes.
Because he didn't have to pay as much to get out. But what I need to know is, particularly before granting an adjournment, is there going to be a payment in July? Because those funds, although it got applied to the account today, was really paid in June.
Understood. If I can have a moment to.
I'll pass it.
Okay.
Because, and I don't mean to say it as a threat. I mean, I'm just going to follow what the statute says. And I get what the Attorney General's position is. But either I got to allow that bond to just stand where it is and have payments made as part of his bond.
Understood.
Or I've just got to relook at the whole thing and reset it at 25% of what's going to be about 35,000 less what he's already paid.
Understood. And just to be clear, Mr. Attorney General, that amount of his current payment is $711.
Yes,
$711.
Okay.
The current arrearage is $34,638. And I just did the math. It would be $86.59, 25%. But again, as long as he's agrees to pay as ordered this month, I'm not asking for a bond modification at this point, Your Honor. If Ms. Brenner decides to do that, she can do that. I'm not asking for that now. I'd like
I
you
know
to
you're
stay
not
out and
asking,
be
but
paid.
the court can do what it needs to do also. But I understand you're not asking. I'm just saying I want,
Yeah, if we could pass this.
I'll pass,
explain that.
I'll pass it. Bridget. Okay.
Just take a seat
Okay.
for a moment. I'll talk to you.
All right.
Court does call the case of the People versus Troy Swope.
Don't worry, I will make sure that I circle back to the whole thing another day. I basically have I'll check when I find the right point. I have gigs and I'm talking like 70 plus gigs of Judge Simpson. And just not enough time to put them together. Come on, please please tell me they haven't taken it down already. Come on.
The 30th, July 30th.
Oh. Of course, because I wanted to show you guys this immediately. We used to have an ad where the woman dives and goes, "Mother buffer." That's how I'm feeling right now. Okay, let's try refresh maybe. Yay, it worked. Oh, Frankie. We had to put flea stuff on our cats, and now the gray one is panicking.
They just declared the county Washington, the commission is now back in session, the honorable judge, that accepts the preside.
At the right range, huh? All right, you may be seated. I'm sorry. All right, let's try to get this one done. Recall the case of People versus Weisinger.
Afternoon, Your Honor.
Assistant Public Defender Heenan appearing on behalf of Mr. Weisinger again. Mr. Weisinger, will you please state your name for the record?
Jay Weisinger. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor, for that opportunity to speak with my client. He does inform me that he is going to the monthly obligation payment of $711. He will make that this month. I informed him to reach out to, I did want to confirm, should he be making that to friend of the court?
Yes.
He should be making it directly to the friend of the court.
Okay, that was what my clarification. So I advised him on getting that set up and getting that payment taken care of for the month of July. So we would ask the bond continue and that Mr. Weisinger be given the opportunity to make those monthly obligations from out of custody.
Do you have an idea, sir, when you'll make that payment?
The 30th, July 30th.
It's okay.
Okay, so what I will do is I'll adjourn this, then you wanted some time, so I'll adjourn to August 1st.
Thank you.
That way we'll know. 2024, 9 a.m., or as your invite indicates, his bond will continue. I'm adding a condition that defendant is to pay $711 or his monthly obligation to the friend of the court until further order of this court. And that his first payment will be July 30th.
Thank you. And I don't know if this should be directed to the Mr. Attorney General, but Mr. Weisinger had some concerns regarding his license and that he needed proof that payments were being made. His license currently suspended due to the arrears. Contact the Secretary of State. Is that something once he makes that payment that can be, restriction can be lifted?
He's going to have to speak to the front of the court. They do.
Yeah,
have license
they're the ones that did it.
Okay, understood. I will advise him to do that. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you, Your
Judge. And I assume the AG may once again appear via Zoom, Judge, for that August 1st
Yes.
matter?
Absolutely.
It's entirely possible. If he pays on July 30th, it won't show up yet, but just have him have a receipt and that'll be fine.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Apple.
So it wasn't him then.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, got it.
Well,
Thank you,
pretty
Brad.
much works out to my bedtime. So
I gotta keep you waiting, everything went. Do you solemnly swear or affirm you? One affidavit is true to the best knowledge and information, right? Yes, sir. Supposed to be a light day. Stay safe, okay? I'll be back. All right. Get in my arms. You can. No, wake up. You're good. I was sitting there as a way of telling you hello.
have
Court does
fun,
call the case,
bud.
if you state of Michigan versus Peter Heenan. Oh, yeah. Right here. Nope, other side. There you go. Short counsel.
Good afternoon, Judge. Jackie Mossford, and on behalf of Mr. Heenan, who is present to my right. And Judge.
All right. Okay, Mr. Heenan, and the record should reflect this, we just set it out that while we were waiting for the courtroom change, I had a bench conference with counsel and given those discussions, Mr. Heenan was, prior to calling his case, sent over to Community Corrections to obtain a scram tether and also to take a full panel drug test. Went over, did that, came back a 0.10 on a PBT, could not have the scram tether put on because of that. And also came back in terms of his drug testing, with a possible dilution in terms of the creatinine level, came back positive for benzos, and came back for positives on benzos. Sir, you take Zoloft?
I do, sir.
All right. How long have you had that prescription?
Just started last night.
Oh,
I've taken it before, but I was in jail for 6 days, so I had to stop. And so then I started again. Oh, sorry. The new script is from 2 days ago. Sorry.
Hold on. You got a prescription for Zoloft 2 days ago?
Yes, Your Honor. I did. So rehab, I was in treatment and they gave me a packet of Zoloft. So I've been using that, but I needed more. So I called my primary care doctor and he prescribed, I think 30.
Okay, you had that prescription filled.
Yes, Your Honor. And
so,
delivered.
Hold on. I just need to back up for a moment because I'm trying to find out where you are right now and have a greater understanding. You were in rehab. When did you get out of rehab?
May 12th, I believe.
Okay. And when you got out of rehab, you had Zoloft.
Yes, they send you home with a 30-day supply.
And at some point, then you ran out.
No, I still have some, but I needed to call my doctor anyway and tell him about this. And so I asked for a refill.
Okay. All right. Where were you in treatment?
West Palm Beach in, it's called Hanley. So a very good treatment center.
To what?
A very, very good treatment center.
How long were you there?
I was originally 30 days, but I extended to 45 voluntarily.
Was there aftercare that was to follow that?
There was. So I have a therapist, the University of Michigan IOP can't take me for 6 months. Because I missed
Okay,
an appointment and that's,
because you missed an appointment with them.
yes, and that's their policy.
Yeah. So since you missed that, and they could, have you been doing anything? Because you were supposed to go into intensive outpatient,
Yes.
right? So at the point that you're supposed to go into intensive outpatient, you find out that you can't get in at U of M. What do you do?
So I have SoberLink and my kids have a GAL. So I'm required to do multiple AA meetings a day.
Okay, I get that. But in terms of an IOP, I mean, sorry, but just, go ahead if you want to talk.
Oh, I've reached out to Brighton. They have an IOP program. It's on Zoom though. And I think
Get enrolled?
I can.
Well, no. Here's what I'm trying to figure out, all right? And so I'm asking you these questions for a reason. I'm not asking you to try to trick you into anything. I'm just trying to figure out, like I said, where you are.
Sure.
So you get out of treatment. Part of the aftercare on the treatment program that you're in is that you were supposed to get yourself into an IOP, right?
Your Honor, that was part of the condition, also the SoberLink and 1 AA meeting a day.
On whose condition?
The treatment center's recommendation.
Okay. You got me a little bit lost here. You go into the treatment center in Florida. You come out. They're basically, upon discharging you or releasing you from that, they're putting into place or give you a plan, an aftercare plan, right?
Yep.
Part of that aftercare plan was you were to get yourself into intensive outpatient treatment,
Yes, sir.
right? Their recommendation was something here local at University of Michigan, right?
Yes, sir.
You were supposed to call them, but miss that somehow and or another. And then as per their policy, you can't get in for a while.
6 months.
Right. After all that happens, what do you do instead of, I don't want to put it that way. What do you then do? Nothing? You didn't get yourself into any type of treatment program, is that right?
I found a therapist and no, I did not find an IOP.
Okay. Let me just ask you, and I won't hold you to it only because I know you've been drinking, but why didn't you do that? Honest answer.
Sometimes I feel like AA is more effective because I've done an IOP program before and it's on Zoom. And sometimes I feel like AA and SoberLink is more helpful, especially in person AA.
Okay. Not yelling at you, but I'm just going to tell you, if you could figure it out yourself, you wouldn't be in the position that you're in right now, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you went just on your feelings of what you thought was best, we wouldn't be here dealing with this part of this, would we?
Yes, Your Honor.
So that's why you have other people kind of guide you as to what you really need to do. I also have a feeling that the program that you laid out for yourself, while you think effective, is actually just easier than doing the IOP, because an IOP can be difficult.
I desperately wanted that Michigan IOP 9 to 1, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday. And I just screwed it up.
Right. But then you also then didn't put anything in place once you had messed up.
Right.
In fact, if you're going to be honest about it, the stuff that you put in place was just easier stuff so that you could say you're doing something.
That's fair, Your Honor.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it for a while. And that's why you weren't going to go and do the IOP.
It was the easier path.
Yeah. All right. Mr. Heenan, let me ask you this. You blew a 1-0. When did you stop drinking? When's the last time you had a drink?
So about 4, I woke up and my hands were shaking. So I drank some high noon. And then at
How much high noon did you have?
Just enough till my hands stopped shaking.
Okay, what's that? Tell me what that means.
Like for me, it's like 4 to 6. And then at 7 this morning, when the liquor stores open, I had a DoorDash delivery of more high noon. And I drank again until my head stopped shaking.
And how much did you have that time?
Your Honor, honestly, I just kept drinking until my hands stopped shaking. It was a 4-pack.
Okay, it was a 4-pack?
High noon comes in 4-pack.
Right. And so did you drink them all?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And how long did that take you?
I chugged.
Okay, so that DoorDash delivery at 7, that was the last you had?
Yes, and my hands were shaking, so I've got a bunch of empties, and this is how desperate I was. I would pick up all the empties on my table and see if there were 6. And there was one that was like that full, and I chugged that as well. It wasn't.
Hold on. Sorry. What time did you do that?
It was between 7 and 8 because I knew I had this coming.
Okay.
I didn't want to come in under the influence.
So at 8 o'clock, from 8 o'clock till, I don't know what time we first called your case. Well, no, when you went over to community corrections, so that was around 3 o'clock, maybe somewhere around there. Between 8 and 3, did you have anything to drink?
No, Your Honor. It was 2:30 at community corrections.
Okay, at 2:30. But so from when you chugged that half to 2:30, you didn't have anything to drink?
No, Your Honor. Last night, I drank quite a bit, though. Basically, I lost my boys in a dispute, and I've been on a bender.
Okay. So, Mr. Heenan, I'm just trying to, like I said, I'm trying to figure out where you are and trying to, when you say you've been on a bender, what were you drinking the night before and how much?
White Claw. I drank, gosh, probably 15.
Okay. And that would have been last night sometime. When you say that you stopped about 4, you said, or something like that?
I woke up at 4.
You woke up at 4. So yesterday you were drinking White Claw, you had about 15.
Yes, Your Honor.
For over just that day, that evening?
All day, yeah.
Okay. And at some point, you stopped drinking. Either you passed out or you just stopped.
Yeah, no,
You probably passed out.
Passed out, Your Honor.
Yeah. And then you woke up at 4. And then you needed something else.
Yeah, my hands were.
Right. I get why. But you needed something else, and that's when you got the other stuff. Or you already had that.
I already had it.
Okay.
I had White Claw and High Noon. Usually when I'm sober, I'm a fit person. I run marathons and stuff. So High Noon and White Claw are the lowest calorie drinks.
Okay. And so then you switched to the High Noon, and you did that, right?
Chugged them.
You're Heenan? Do you think you're in trouble? I mean, just not with the court. I'm not talking about with the court, but just with you and your sobriety.
I do. I have 16 years of sobriety. So I know I can do it. I'm just having a hard time right now with this divorce and losing the kids. And just life is hard right now. I had to resign my job I loved. It's just been rough.
Okay, so right now you're also not working.
I had to resign to go to treatment.
All right.
I feel like this is gonna make me cry.
So here's what I'm just gonna let you know that you're gonna be staying at the Washington County Jail, temporarily revoke your bond, okay? And I'm not doing that necessarily as a punishment, but I have no way to release you and keep the community nor you safe, okay? And I'll just ask you this. You're gonna come back tomorrow, okay? And I'm gonna set that for 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. When you come back, and I may ask you this tomorrow, but I want to know right now, what would you like to see happen right now?
For you, I would like it to scram, tether, and start taking interviews.
Okay, Mr. Heenan, is that what you really would like to see happen?
I need some accountability, yes.
Okay, but you also need some help.
Right, I agree. I do have a sponsor.
Have you called your sponsor? No, you haven't. Hold it. Answer my question. Have you called your sponsor?
No, I was too embarrassed.
Yeah. And the reason that you want the scram and the interviews is because those are sort of easy things that I can do out of sight. Okay, you don't have to answer that.
Okay.
Okay, because I know what's going on. I've been doing this a minute. Okay. Between now and tomorrow morning, here's the thing that you're gonna have to do. You're gonna need to do the hard work. This isn't gonna be easy. And you have to get in your head, because you've done it before, but you have to get in your head that there's not going to be an easy path. This is going to be a hard path for you. And I think you really do know that inside. You just don't want it to come out. People don't come to me whenever they're before me and ask me, give me a hard way to go, Judge. They don't do that, right? So I'm not expecting you to necessarily say that to me. I'm just telling you, this isn't going to be this easy path, this shortcut. And you got to wrap your head around that, right? You just have to understand that. So we're going to try to get something in place for you, because let me put it this way. If I let you out right now, you don't make it through the night without drinking. And you know that.
Not with a scram.
I could put that scream on you. You're going to drink.
I spent.
You're going to drink.
Okay.
That scram is not a magic bullet. It's not going to stop you. The only thing that scram is going to do, quite frankly, where you are, the only thing that scram's going to do is just tell on you. It's not going to stop you from drinking. Realize that you pounded down 15 White Claws, and then you did 4, then that wasn't enough, and you had to call somebody to bring you more alcohol. Do you think a thing around your ankle is going to stop you after that? No, it's not.
Jail was really hard for me.
I know.
So that alone would stop me.
For a while.
I understand.
But you're going to go tonight, and then we're going to see you tomorrow morning. And Mr. Heenan, you'll never, or maybe one day you'll understand it. I'm not doing it to be me. I don't want to lose you. And I know if I let you out of here, there's a good chance we're going to lose you.
Thank you.
Probable cause conference will be adjourning. I'll just also call it a bond hearing. It's tomorrow the 3rd, July 3rd, 2024 at 10 a.m. At this time, the bond is revoked. We'll reset it tomorrow. Thank you.
And that is the end. I literally hardly ever get emotional watching court, but that was tough. I think the thing that was like the tipping point for me was when Judge Simpson said, "I don't want to lose you." Pull it together, Vicky Mac. That's probably like the only thing he's needed to hear. Seriously? I never get this emotional about that stuff. This is amazing. I'm glad he did. And the thing is, like, yes, they say you gotta want to quit for yourself, but like the only way I quit was because I needed to for someone else, because I didn't care what happened to me. That was kind of the point. It was other people. I didn't think that they cared, and they did. What a way to end a night. I have to take my tablet soon, but we need a little like, I'm gonna just pop back to Judge Fleischer for a bit, have a bit of like a little bit of a reset. I'm just worried that while he's in jail, he has some sort of seizure or something, because he can't go cold turkey. And also, what I was thinking the whole time is like, once you've been sober for a long time, a relapse is so scary. Like, I'm terrified of relapsing. I'm so terrified. And I know that the chances are low, but it's so scary. Okay. Everybody, big deep breath. If you're even a minute sober, I'm proud of you. And I want you to stick around.
The portable agency thing.
That's fine. Yeah.
Please, your right hand.
Do you have an arraignment?
Sorry, Judge.
Yeah.
No, sir.
No?
I just got a case that's on the regular docket.
Got it. Okay.
Ready
for the next one?
Yeah.
All right, page 9, Herrera. Trial. Reset date for acting with the bond.
Got it. Okay. Good morning, Mr. Herrera. So it appears that your lawyer's in trial. So we're going to do now everything that we would do. Doesn't matter who it's in front of us now. We already have a reset date for you. So you just need to stay in contact with him.
Yes, sir.
You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Just hang tight, please.
On June 23rd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a minor accident in Harris County, Texas, where a truck rear-ended a sedan. The officer observed the defendant leaning on the front hood of the truck, drinking a bottle of water profusely. The defendant was further observed using the truck as a method to stabilize his balance. The defendant admitted to operating the truck. A strong odor of alcoholic beverage was emanating from his person, and the defendant's lawyer further informed him to refuse everything. The defendant further declined standard field sobriety tests, and he refused to provide a sample of his breath and or blood. On video, the defendant admitted on the camera to the witness that he did not have insurance and please do not call the police. And there was a blood warrant.
Tell me, can you look him up to see if he has any prior DWIs? please?
Yes, Your Honor.
Hey, Stevie, I think I just replied to your comment. Also, I'm proud of all of you.
Mr. Herrera, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a Texas driver license, sir? Do you have valid liability insurance? According to them, you do not.
Yeah, no, I was,
Stop. All I want you to know is that if you want to drive, I will allow, but I need to know that you have insurance in your name and you need to prove it to us. So we need you to get through your lawyer to get it, to show it to us that you have insurance, and then I'm okay with you driving. No prior DWIs? Okay, I will not put any ignition interlock on you, but I am ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. As long as you don't consume alcohol, you don't use drugs, and you don't pick up a new case, you will be fine with us. Now, you have a lawyer. I will waive your appearance so you don't have to waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch with Wilvin, and he'll tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you, I will issue a warrant. No alcohol, no drugs, don't pick up any new cases. If your license does become suspended, you may not drive, and Wilvin will tell you about that as well. For now, I'll have you go to Victoria. We'll have you sign a reset. You'll eventually get with trace view bond conditions, and after that, you may go. Okay, please.
Jenkins, come on up.
Good morning, Mr. Jenkins. Mr. Jenkins, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On June 24th, 2024, officers were dispatched to an assault injury in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness and the defendant have been married for 13 years. The complaining witness stated that the defendant started to argue with him over the stove being dirty. The defendant was in the face and hooked his head with his finger and then closed his fist, punched her in the lip, causing the complaining witness to feel stress. Stated that the punch was so hard he knocked her front two dentures out. Defendant also threw a jar of jelly at her right arm, which left a visible mark. Officers observed the complaining witness's shirt to be wet, her right nostril to have blood, and her upper lip to have a cut on the inside, and a small mark on the complaining witness's right rear bicep, and her two dentures in her hand.
Mr. Jenkins, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm now ordering you as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with the complaining witness in this case and not to be in possession of weapons. Do you understand? If you violate this condition, that will put you in jail and you will not get any more PR bonds. I will do everything in my power to protect every single person of Harris County. I don't care what your excuse is. I don't care who you are, what you're doing. You become a problem. There's only one place you will go to. Do you understand, sir? We are going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. I'm going to have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. After that, I will have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then we'll let you go. Don't pick up any new cases. No contact. Do you understand, sir? Okay, please. No contact, no weapons, please. If you can file it. Do you know how to file it? Or
I can't file them, but
Logan, do you mind?
I do notice that Damien left a note to drop the residency restriction.
Knock your teeth out, man.
Page 11, Jones, come on up.
What's your last name, sir?
Jones.
Jones. Is it Jamarcus? Okay, Mr. Jones, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, sir.
On June 22nd, 2024, officers of the HPD crime suppression team were advised that they observed a large group of individuals gambling/shooting dice, a Class C violation, at the corner of 300 Riley and 3100 Alabama in Harris County, Texas. Officers arrived at the location and observed the defendant among the individuals gambling, and the defendant began walking away upon officers' arrival. Officers issued multiple verbal commands to the defendant to stop in order to detain and identify him for the gambling investigation. Upon detention, officers conducted a weapon pat-down of defendant's person and located a loaded Glock 19 handgun in the waistband of the defendant, unholstered with a round in the chamber. The officers identified him as the defendant and that he was 17.
So did anyone see him shooting dice?
Officers were dispatched to individuals gambling and shooting dice, but it doesn't say that they personally observed him,
So they don't know what he was doing. He was just in the crowd.
just that he was among the individuals gambling. I told Bo.
Yeah, I know. All right. Mr. Jones, I'm going to find no probable cause in your case. Be careful, man. You're only 17. God forbid you have to use something like that and end up in a position where you're going to stuck in the pokey for a long time. Do you understand? What do you do in life, man? Go to welding school. There's no need for you to have a gun at this moment, man. You're only 17. Get to welding school. You can make a ton of money. And I'm telling you, you go do underwater welding, 150 a year. You kill it. That's what you should be. That's what you should be killing. You know what I mean? All right, go ahead, take a seat.
All right, page 11, Luna, come on up.
Thank you, Stevie.
Again, walking while black.
Page 11, he was taken into custody last week.
Well, on what planet do you think that you could talk to the DA, Mr. Luna? Have we not had enough interaction before? Have we appointed Mr. Luna a lawyer, Victoria?
He had someone on his original case. Tanesha. David Russian is on his original case.
Okay, let's take a seat for me in the jury box, Mr. Luna. I'm not ready. We need Mr. Rushing.
Okay.
Are you ready?
We're ready, Your Honor.
Okay. This is for Garcia. Coming up, Mr. Garcia.
What's first, Adam?
All right, John, you're charged with deadly conduct. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, will be appointed to you, sir.
On June 21st, 2024, officers with the Traffic Crimes Task Force were monitoring a street clear. Plainclothes officers observed the defendant perform donuts with passengers in his car in a pit within 20 feet of other vehicles. Uniformed officers then made the traffic stop on the vehicle and identified the defendant by his Texas ID. The defendant does have a Texas driver's license.
What did you say? So exactly what did he do? Was he doing donuts?
Donuts with passengers in the vehicle in a pit within 20 feet of other vehicles.
Anything that you wanted to add?
Judge, the state has listed the complaining witnesses as the passengers in his vehicle. There's nothing indicating that he was within less than 20 feet that would make it deadly conduct. With that being in a parking lot, I don't hear probable cause.
Did you say that he put anyone in danger?
And he was recklessly swinging his vehicle in donuts with passengers in the car, so his passengers would be.
Yeah, I'm also right.
If he lost control, his passengers would be injured, and someone could lose their life from this conduct.
Yeah, I mean, Mr. Garcia, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward in case. You know, the only thing I'm going to tell you now is that this Texas legislature has made it very easy to seize and take cars from individuals who participate in these types of activities, be it reckless driving, donuts, street takeovers. I've had people come in here where the state has seized the car and takes it as fruit of a crime, and you don't get it back. Would be very careful. Like I said, I'm going to find probable cause. I am ordering you as a condition of your bond not to participate in any more street takeovers, no donuts, reckless driving, anything like this, no racing. If you do this, I'm going to put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand, sir? As it stands now, I'm not going to take your license away, but if I find that you continue to do this, I will take your privilege to drive away from you permanently, and you will not be able to drive. I don't want to have to do that. And I'm going to tell you, living in a city as big as Houston without the ability to drive blows, right? Yeah, take that into consideration. Now, you have a great lawyer. He will take care of the case for you. I will waive your appearance so you don't have to wait.
Sorry, I have to fill you guys in because you can't see the mod part of it, but I basically timed out Evie and Steve. And both of their messages disappeared. I think they both forgot that I can actually time them out.
Waste your time coming to court, but you must stay in touch. And they will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. Do you have any questions? Okay. For now, I'll have you go to Victoria, sign a reset. We will have you just take a seat while we get your bond conditions, while you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. Okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks. You too, man. Have fun.
Judge, page 14, Ruiz, come on up.
So, hey, Logan, on that one, do you mind? No racing, reckless driving, donuts, street takeovers, please. That was Garcia. Thanks.
It's weirdly fun timing people out.
I didn't catch the name for this.
I didn't either. What was your last name? Ruiz. Brenda Ruiz. Ms. Ruiz, you're charged with tampering with a government record. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, man.
On June 24th, 2024, at about 10:15 hours in Harris County, Texas, officers observed a black Audi A4 with the Texas paper license plate that came back with no return. The defendant was the driver and had search and entry of the vehicle. Officers found a second fake paper plate in the trunk of the vehicle. The plate was also found not assigned to any vehicle. In addition, officers found the defendant had traffic warrants from citations issued in 2023 while driving the Audi with other paper plates.
What other criminal history does she have, if any? Do you mind?
Yes, Your Honor. I just have traffic violations,
Traffic, anything? Okay.
failure to appear in a JP court.
Mr. Ruiz, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. Do you have a Texas driver license, ma'am?
I do not. No, sir.
You were not allowed to drive. It's now a condition, and I'm going to have you sign with me today. I promise that you're not going to drive. I don't care what's going on in your life. I don't care if kids need food. I don't care if you have to go to the hospital, church, whatever it may be. You drive, you will go to jail. And I'm going to make your bond so high, you'll flip and split into three. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
If you want to drive, go get a license, get liability insurance, show us that you have it, and I will take this restriction off. And I'm going to tell you, if I find that you drive, I will spontaneously combust because I'll be so upset.
This is a 5-minute warning that I've got to go. Those laughs are much needed. I didn't know
You will be
either.
signing with me today an affidavit promising me that you're not going to drive for any reason. If you drove here, you may not drive home. We're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So first, I'm going to have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. I'll get you to Victoria to sign a reset, and then we'll get you out of here. When you come back, please have a lawyer, man. Come on.
Judge Case 16, Oliver. Stephen's bringing them up.
Is Tolliver here?
Yes.
He's in back. Got it, yeah.
So every message any of my 3 mods sent the entire stream has now been deleted. Anyway,
Good morning, Mr. Tolliver. Mr. Tolliver, with us, you're charged with
like the great Alanis Morissette says, you live, you learn. I think it comes at a certain point, then she can go to ask for it back. Because some point I have no idea what the welding comments are about. I do not weld. I'm not a welder. I know no welders. Underwater welding sounds awesome. I'd like to weld. Weld now looks odd. I don't know what they're talking about either. And I can't go back and see because I just timed out all my mods, which means that all of their messages are deleted. And they probably won't show up in the replay, which is freaking annoying. I love Alanis too. I've got a record of hers here. Okay, I'm going to go put the kettle on. Then when I get back, we'll finish whatever one we're listening to, and then bedtime.
charged with theft. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The reason that we took you into custody now is because you have an open felony warrant for fraud. And let me see. That one you're facing a minimum of 6 months up to 2 years in a state jail facility. We're only going to do probable cause on your theft case with us now, and then we'll figure out what's going to happen next. Okay, please.
Officers were dispatched to a theft in progress. Officers detained and arrested the defendant as he matched the description provided by the complaining witness in the theft case as being the suspect who took items from the store without paying. Officers were completing an inventory on several IDs, driver's license, and debit and credit cards not belonging to the defendant. The complaining witness stated she lost her driver's license about 3 months prior and no one had permission to have it.
They're in the felony. So where was he? In our case, Walmart, Walgreens.
K&G Fashion Superstore.
Is that Academy?
There's also an academy located at that location.
Mr. Tolliver, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to go back to the store.
Yes, sir.
If you go back, we will issue a warrant. We will put you in jail. As far as now, the magistrate gave you a bond. I don't know, somehow, I don't know how. You're on bond in our case, so it looks like they didn't give you a bond on the felony case. I don't understand what's going on. I'll appoint your lawyer today so you can give your side to the lawyer. We can figure out what's going on. As it stands, do not go back to this place.
Yes, sir.
Do not pick up any new cases.
Yes, sir.
Don't consume alcohol or illegal drugs.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please don't send him back. Thank you.
Council for reset? Judge Court says they can-
Okay,
That was our last meeting for now.
okay. All right, I'll go there now. No, I'll be right back.
Seriously? Come back, Judge. We're short on time.
Must appear. Thanks.
On Mr. Rivas, Ruedas. He is my second judge. What's going on with this one is we had actually because of ongoing immigration issues, we had actually applied for PTI to Beal. He initially did it, but Roger, my associate, talked to him yesterday, explained the situation. Beal said he'd taken over. So because of that, we're just asking for like a short, like a week or something.
Did he do PTI in the first one? What happened on the first one?
No, I think the first one was a while.
Did he split out?
I believe so. But I think there are some circumstances that kind of Beal said he'll take into consideration.
First one was 30 days Harris County Jail.
All right,
So short time, just to see which one we're going.
maybe a couple weeks.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Next time you got to be here though.
Sure, that's more than fair.
All right,
Absolutely.
2 weeks must appear. Thanks. Alan,
Good morning, Your Honor. I'm approaching on behalf of Alawar Lawrence, Lawrence Alawar. He is set for a bond forfeiture. I believe it was a little bit mixed up. He was scheduled to go to 208 on Friday as well. He went there with the belief that his attorney upstairs was going
is he here now?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
So what are we doing on this case?
Right now, I just wanted to get a reset.
Ms. Alawar, just take a seat for me for a second. Don't leave yet.
Right now, I'm just wanted to get a reset. He did pick up, he had the felony sitting there as well. So
But
now,
then he picked up our case after the other case, so I'm not gonna do anything on his bond, right? He hasn't,
okay,
I don't think he's violated any of our conditions, has he?
not believe so, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll just give you a normal reset. Just please admonish him to remain in contact. So if he gets out of contact, at that point, it gets revoked.
Thank you.
So just please admonish him, okay?
Will do.
Thanks, Alan. John D, is this you?
Mr. Freeman, Judge.
Mr. Freeman.
15 days with 6 weeks credit.
Hi, Stefan. I'm good, thanks. And you? I hope that I said it right
On which
now.
case?
It's going on the old event.
225. So you said, what did you say? Most?
15 days with 6 weeks credit.
18-day deal, which have credit for 6, multiplied.
And then they're going to dismiss the second one?
All the others.
All the other, how many, all the other ones are there?
There's also a criminal trespass and acquisition of marijuana. Your Honor.
Mr. Freeman, you've been busy.
We're in court for plea.
How's jail? You keep picking up cases. At some point, you got to understand, the sentences get longer, the bars get colder. It doesn't get any better. And I'm going to tell you now, what you're pleading to is an enhanceable offense. You're pleading to this evading case. What that means is that it's going to go on your record. It's going to be there for the rest of your life. It's even there after you die. You pick up another one of these, you run from the cops again. They can use this to enhance you to a felony charge. And instead of days, you're looking at years. Do you understand?
Sure.
So be careful what you do, where you go, who you hang out with, because the next time you could be stuck with us for a long time. Now, you have a total of 4 cases. You've worked out an agreement where they're going to dismiss 3. You're going to plead to only 1 of the evading arrests. It's 18 days in jail, credit for the 6 days that you've done. What you also need to understand that if you don't pick up an evading case, you pick up anything else, you'll be facing a minimum of 90 days in jail from now on. You understand that?
Sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, the right to compel witnesses testify on your behalf. Confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. This is a target. You can return it because you don't like it. Once you plead, you're stuck with us forever. This is what you want to do.
Like, what you mean?
You can do also a probation, where it would not go on your, if you completed successfully, it wouldn't go on your record. But the problem is, I don't know you. Right?
Okay,
I don't
the
know what you'd
probation,
like to do.
the probation, I'll take the probation because I actually do probation because my wife is pregnant and I have to be there with her and I actually have to.
This is what we talked about. The probation is going to require that you do a lot more. But
Okay.
because you have all of that coming, you
Benefit-
wanted to do.
The benefit of the probation, if you complete it, you don't end up with a conviction. But you can't smoke weed. You can't be going out doing crazy stuff. Can't pick up new cases. I don't know, you may have to do a class or 3. I don't know.
I feel like I can do that only because it'll keep me out of trouble and keep me from in here because the probation.
Probation's not going to keep you out of trouble. You are going to keep you out of trouble.
That's
not probation.
That's understandable. No, I'm saying like it'll keep me level-headed for right now. Like I gotta focus on my probation so I can get off of this.
How old are you?
I'm 20 years old, sir.
What do you do in life now?
I'm trying to get these cases out the way so I can get I just got my birth certificate back yesterday. My assistant went and got it, so I'm trying to get my ID to go start working and stuff.
You graduated from high school?
Yes, sir.
Great. I'll do whatever you want to do. If you want to do, did you offer a defer?
I know you're complicated, Judge. We got to go to you for it, so.
We will defer to the court, Your Honor.
If you want to do probation, I'm happy to do it. Understand though, no more smoking dope. You have to get a full-time job. No more getting in trouble.
We're gonna have to redo this.
So what was I gonna take it first? What was it first?
The time served, which
The
is
time
what we
served.
talked about.
Problem is that, look,
To have that conviction, like we talked about.
within 3 months, you've picked up 4 cases. You've never made it to court once. Can you truly make this? Because I'm gonna tell you now, if you don't, you're gonna be doing a lot more time. You know you better than anyone else. I don't know you, Mr. Freeman, but you've never, not even once, made it to court here.
So remember what we talked about, you're signing up for a lot the other way, but this way.
With the probation, okay.
Yeah,
So
so
I'm
this
happy, I'm always happy to give you a chance because look, once you get that first conviction, it's going to hurt you for the rest of your life. When you get a job or when you try to get a job, they're going to look you up. They're going to see all this stuff. The more
when I
convictions
miss
you
the
have.
probation, right? If I get the probation, I mess up, right?
No, if you take this time served, you
Oh,
have
okay.
on your record, but you're done. The other way, you have a lot of commitment, a lot of work to do, but you have a chance to keep it off your record.
Okay, I'll do that then. Yeah, I'll do that. I understand now. Like I fully understand now. Yeah, that sounds good. So,
What do you want to do, sir?
the time served.
Sure.
Sure.
If you change your mind, come back to me and perhaps we can work something out. After 30 days, you're stuck like Chuck. There's nothing I can do about it though.
Sure. Understand.
How do you plead to the offense of evading arrest? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty.
I will find you guilty. I will send it to you to the agreement. Your other cases will be dismissed upon motion of the state. Good luck to you, Mr. Freeman. Okay. Thanks. Hi, please.
I don't think that was the right idea. I did have a halo. I was trying so hard to offset the bright, over here. I look normal, but you probably can't hear me. Okay, so I have bad news. It is bedtime. However, tomorrow afternoon for me at 1300 hours Central African time, which is if you're in the US approximately 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. It'll be early morning. If you're in the UK or Europe, it'll potentially be the same time zone or an hour before. So, yeah. Thank you for hanging out. There are 39 people in chat, which is a lot. I appreciate all of you. I'm proud of everyone for getting through that little Judge Simpson tearjerker. And if you have similar struggles, I feel you, and I'm here, and I'm proud of you, and I'm glad you're here. See you guys tomorrow. Sleep tight. Steve says I can't. My boss would frown upon. Steve, let's get the channel to 30K, and I'll be your boss, and you can sleep in your time zone to be awake. Thanks, guys. Bye.